Good evening, everybody. Welcome again to the 14 Eagles Screen Share webinar. My name is Greg Phillips. I'll be your host. We hope you guys had a great, powerful week. A lot of things going on in the country and around the world. 14 Eagles platform has been around for quite some time, but now more than ever, I think we really need to have our friends and family come join us on the Thursday night calls so they can get their questions answered, so they can see if this is a good fit for them. Because fortunately, it's probably the most powerful gifting platform right now that you're going to find. I mean, it doesn't cost much to get involved, and our friends and families need this information. They need the opportunity to have gifts coming in or monetary gifts so we can prepare for what's going on. As you guys all see, everywhere you go, price of gas is going up, food is going up, and now that we're heading towards the winter months, your oil and the natural gas is going to start going up. And this, we've been telling people for a long time, this is just a form of inflation and is a form of a taxation on the people. So we need to come together so we can help each other out, because things are going to probably get a little bit worse before they get better. So have your friends come here. If they don't understand what's going on, we're here for them. That's what we're here for. We're here to help share the information that we have, and hopefully they'll see the bigger picture. With that being said, Brian, you have the floor.
Let me know. All right, fantastic. And again, my name is Brian Frazier, and I'd like to welcome you to the 14 Eagles Thursday night webinar conference call. You could be anywhere else, but you chose to be here, and we really, really appreciate that. Just real quick, just for some housekeeping, just want to let everybody know that the gifting process is moving along very well. We do have the new gifting process that we've implemented, where you can, when you can send your gifts and you can place the receipt in a receipt box to confirm yourself. So no longer do the person that's receiving the gift have to go in and confirm. You can get automatically confirmed by putting in the receipt after you have sent the gift, and it automatically confirms you. And once you've been confirmed by all three people, then you're automatically placed in your nest. So that's working pretty good. Everybody is doing very well with that. We've only had maybe a couple of hiccups with that, and we've taken care of any hiccups that did take place. So I really, really appreciate you guys helping others to make that process be successful. All right, so now, 14 Eagles. We've always talked about 14 Eagles. Whenever you come to this call, and whenever you talk to us, we're always talking about 14 Eagles being a community. And the main key to what we do is to build a community. And so that's one of the things that we really want to get across to you tonight as well, is that the whole prospect of making this successful is building a community of people, community of like-minded individuals. So we can all come together to help one another do what we need to do, no matter what that is. All right. And so we do have a platform that is used to send and receive gifts. Okay, these are monetary gifts, and we do have that platform that you can use, and it is very, very easy to use, as you will see, but it is not the do-all of 14 Eagles. All right, and we want to really get that across to you as much as we possibly can, because we don't want people getting hung up on the money aspect of 14 Eagles. And that's why we're trying to tell you this right off the bat. Yes, people do need money. The economy is hurting more than what people realize. And by going through this pandemic for the last year and a half, going on 2 years, people have really been affected by that. And so money is an issue for a lot of people, and we understand that. And that's one of the reasons why we have the platform that we have here at 14 Eagles. But we don't want people to get caught up on that, because as you will see, if we focus on the community, everything else happens, even the money. The money will automatically follow. So that's one of the things that we want to try to get across to everyone. as we go through this process. And hopefully you'll be able to see that. So if you are new to 14 Eagles, we hope that you get the tenor of the community aspect of this. And so that will show you that by building a community, the actual gifts and money and the monetary benefits of being involved in this platform will automatically take care of itself as long as we build a community. So now, let's go to our community website that we have. We have our own community website, which is located at www.den.com. And in our community website, we have various different things there. Now, a lot of times people come to our community website and they see how many things that we have on the site. Well, one of the things that we like to point out in reference to the site is that we're more than just a gifting platform. Okay, it's more than just gifts. And so we have partnered with other companies that are going in the same direction that we're going in. Right? One of our philosophy here at 14 Eagles is that we're trying to help people get out of debt and to eradicate poverty. And so we align ourselves with other companies and other platforms that have the same type of philosophy. And one of those companies that we've aligned with is Dynamic Trio. Dynamic Trio is a company that has a trilogy of platforms, one of which is called Fund Me 24/7. And if you go to our menu section on the community website, you'll see Fund Me 24/7 in the menu. And on that menu, on that page, you'll see a presentation for Fund Me 24/7. We really encourage you to take a look at that platform, all right? Because if you take a look at that platform, you will see that Fund Me 24/7 falls in the same lines as 14 Eagles, all right? Dealing with the aspect of helping people to raise money for whatever projects that they may have. So we really encourage you to take a look at that and see how it can benefit you. It's not an obligation to do so, but we really encourage it because having 14 Eagles and Fund Me 24/7 through Dynamic Trio is like a double-barrel shotgun in getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty in our communities. So we really encourage you to take a look at that. Also in Dynamic Trio, they have what is called Feed Me 24/7. And in Feed Me 24/7, it is a feeder system for Fund Me 24/7. And so when you look at that, you'll see the connection between these two. And it also helps you to raise funds as well. So they work they work hand in hand with one another, and you receive funds to raise funds respectively from each platform. And then they have a third platform that you'll see once you get involved that's called Fund Me to Infinity, which is a powerful platform. All right, where you can get what I like to call residual contributions. And so it's a powerful thing. And so if you put these two together, Dynamic Trio with the trilogies of platforms that they have and 14 Eagles, then it's a dynamic force of helping people to help get benefits in a monetary way through contributions and gifting. All right, so it's a powerful thing. So really take a look at that if you get an opportunity. Also, we partnered with a company, which is a technology company called Cutting Edge Technical Solutions, and they are a very powerful company in the respect of that they are helping communities build themselves up from the ground up. They are literally building communities, building houses, building businesses, and they're doing that by generating funds and material through waste. They have the technology to take waste and turn it into renewable energy, building materials, furniture, you name it, they can make it. Okay, and they train people on how to do this and how to build their own communities, and they're in the process of doing that as we speak. So that's a powerful company, and they're going to really change the face of how communities are built nowadays. And so, and not just in this country, but around the world. So I really encourage you to take a look to see what they're doing and see if there's something that they're doing that you can be a part of as well. All right. Then also we have another community called Hyper Community. Okay. This is put together by a company called Hypertech that has a membership that you can be involved in called Hyperfund. And by having a membership in Hyperfund, whatever you put into your membership, they will show you how to receive rewards 3 times of what you put into your membership. It is one of the most powerful concepts that I have ever seen. Okay, and this is dealing in the cryptocurrency space and blockchain technology. Powerful, powerful stuff. So even if you don't know anything about cryptocurrency or the blockchain, this is where you want to come and get your education. Because not only will you get an education, but while you're learning about cryptocurrency and the blockchain technology, you're also earning at the same time. Powerful, powerful concept. All right. So I encourage you to take a look at those things. These are programs that 14 Eagles is partnered with, and we're very proud of that. You know, we're more or less like, we don't like to compete with one another. Okay. So whatever business that you may have, whatever platform that you know of, send them to 14 Eagles so we can introduce it to our community, because you may have something that our community may need. And so therefore you might as well introduce it to the community, because there is no competition here. We all here to help and work with one another. And so, you know, our whole philosophy is building a community, as I've always said. So community is the key. So and the only way we can do that is to bring things to the community, and then the community chooses what they want to take part in. All right, does that make sense? So now, what I want to do is we're going to do things a little different. We started a little something different last week, and so what I want to do, just to keep with the theme of trying to build a community, you know, we have more in common than most people think that we do. Okay, we have much more in common than most people think, and so we are all connected in some kind of way. All right, and so if you're a type of person that likes helping people, then we want to get other people in that same frame of mind of wanting to help and connect with other people. So here's a small video that is on our page that we want people to really take heed to, because I think it really explains it all. So what I want to do is just share this video real quick before we get into the actual platform presentation.
Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? Let me tell you a quick little story that has nothing and everything to do with the future of our world and how you fit into it. In 1917, the United States faced a huge problem. They were working hard to compete in the industrialized economy, and there was a shortage. Not a shortage of oil or coal or other natural resources, a shortage of people, specifically obedient factory workers. The solution to this economic dilemma? It was an experiment of sorts. It hadn't been done before, until someone thought of it. Mandatory public school. Unfortunately, the initial purpose of the United States public school system was not to inspire children or generate scholars. And it wasn't created for dreamers, people who color outside the lines, break the rules, and challenge the status quo. The public school system of the early 1900s was invented to create a nation full of adults who would obediently do their jobs in the factory assembly lines. Teaching kids to sit in straight rows and scheduling the entire day with the ringing of bells wasn't by chance. Punishing those who didn't conform was purposeful. These were the skills they would need to join the labor force. Intentional or not, this early method of turning dreamers into workers was an investment in the nation's economic future. And it worked. This then led to several generations of productive, fully employed workers. but it isn't working anymore. Why? Our economy has changed. We don't live in an industrialized economy anymore. We live in a connected economy. Right now, there are more users on Facebook than there were people on the planet 200 years ago. Technology has made it possible for us to connect with people, ideas, and information from anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as a result, our economies have expanded from localized towns and communities to the entire world. We have globalized trade in nearly every way. In the past, the obedient, do-what-you're-told without question people were rewarded for working hard and putting their dreams aside in order to toe the line. They were given well-paying jobs that led to long-term careers. They were guaranteed pensions, benefits, and the promise that they would always be taken care of. And they were. But that promise is gone for most of us today. Even if you have a white-collar job, the majority of white-collar workers are still working in a factory. Instead of operating a sewing machine or welding a widget, they now push pencils, type on keyboards, or process paperwork. It's still factory work because the entire focus of the day is spent on increasing productivity, which leaves little room for creativity, spontaneity, or individuality. The educated, hard-working masses are still doing what they're told, but they're no longer getting what they deserve. Even if you do everything you are told to do today, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, work hard in whatever job you can find, if you're lucky enough to find one, you're not guaranteed anything. Companies are being forced to change or die right now. Layoffs happen much more often than job openings appear, and the highest paying jobs are disappearing or heading overseas at an alarming rate. If you have a job where your boss tells you exactly what to do, he or she will always find someone cheaper than you to do it. Did you know that the average length of a job today is about 4.5 years? Contrast that to the 1960s when it was 40 years. The connected economy rewards a different group of people. It rewards the people who see things differently, who don't conform, people who have ideas that no one else has, people who are willing to work hard but know that the old way of doing things is broken. The connected economy rewards you not for being a cog in the wheel of life, but for standing up and reaching out. The connected economy rewards the connectors. Whether it's connecting a person to a person, a business to a business to a product, or a product to a person, those who learn how to connect are the ones who will survive and excel in the connected economy. That is how the world has changed. It's not about to change. It already has. Things are different now, and they're not going back to the way they used to be. Look at Facebook. What's their product? It's you. Your network, your information, your ideas, they all have value. Does Facebook pay you for the money they make selling your information to advertisers? No. But we still use it because we have an innate desire to connect with people. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we are actually hardwired to connect with each other. Some people know how to leverage this innate ability in today's economy, but most don't. And because they don't know how to do it, most of them are paralyzed with fear, resisting the shift, despite clear indications telling them it's time to change. In 1917, a group of people performed an experiment that forever changed the way that we earned a living. The world today is facing another huge problem. We're facing a shortage of our own. Not a shortage of factory workers or consumers. The world has enough of those. We have a shortage today of dreamers and connectors. And so, we're holding our own little experiment. And you happen to be the subject of it. This 8-minute presentation was specifically designed to seek out and find the connectors around us. Those who recognize that we are on the brink of the next economic revolution, who are ready to thrive in the connected economy, and who are searching for the best way to do it. The internet and technology are rapidly changing the way that we do everything today, including how we make a living. It's not too late to embrace the change and find a way to make yourself relevant and profitable in our brave new world. And that's why we've invited you here today. We've created something that rewards you for connecting. It pays you for bringing people together behind a cause, product, or idea. And we have systematized it and made it so that you can do it from anywhere with anyone at any time. If you are passionate about helping people, if you are passionate about changing lives, if you want to position yourself to be a capitalizing force within the connected revolution instead of just a bystander, let's start now. Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? How about the moment you realized you could change with it? Are you ready for the details?
All right. So that's connecting. See, we have to be in a different frame of mind as it pertains to 14 Eagles. You know, we just can't just try to just chase the dollar for the sake of chasing the dollar. You know, we have to learn how to think community-wise. Think about other people, because the more you help others, the more you help yourself. And that's the kind of frame of mind that we're trying to put people in as we deal with the 14 Eagles platform and community. All right? And so that's just one area. And, you know, if you go to our community website, located at www.14eaglesden.com, we really encourage you to take a look at our welcome on the home page. If you scroll down and go to our welcome on the home page, read this welcome, because it'll give you a good perspective of what 14 Eagles is all about. All right? And because I really truly believe if most people understand the whole concept of what we have here at 14 Eagles, then the money won't be an issue anymore. Okay? And in that way, once you understand the virtue of having a community, then you'll know that the money will automatically follow you as you go through this process. Powerful, powerful stuff. And one of the ways that we help try to mold and shape our minds to get geared for a community is through these videos on our video road, right below the welcome. If you go through these videos right here, it'll help put you in the right frame of mind that you need to be in to really build a community of like-minded individuals that's out to try to help each other and build with each other. Because, see, right now, we don't need governments and we don't need corporations to dictate to us what we need done. Okay? We can do that for ourselves. We don't need to be dependent on governments. We don't need to be dependent on different corporations, these big-time corporations. We can do all of that ourselves. And matter of fact, we're better off if we do it ourselves. And so but we just have to be in the right frame of mind. So I hope you really see that. And if you don't do anything else, we really encourage you to get on our, join our newsletter so you can get our email updates. Because through our email updates, we have what is called Video of the Week. And our videos of the week, when they go out, they really, really challenge your thinking. We really give you information that you otherwise don't get. And we've had some powerful video of the weeks gone out over the course of the last 30 days. So, and we're going to be sending those videos out again because it's so pertinent about what's going on today and how we can try to put ourselves in a better position by getting the proper information that we need in order for us to make the proper decisions for ourselves and our families. So please, if you don't do anything else, get on our newsletter so you can get our video email updates. Okay? So now, without further ado, what I want to do is go into the 14 Eagles platform so you can see how the 14 Eagles platform works. Welcome to 14 Eagles. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to describe a program that provides like-minded people from all walks of life the opportunity to help one another. 14 Eagles is not a business. It's not a corporation. It's not a network marketing organization. Rather, it's a private, invitation-only, global community of people who believe in the principle that by helping others in that process, we help ourselves. That's the premise of 14 Eagles. As we give, so shall we receive. 14 Eagles commonly uses a unique online gifting platform that allows members to come together for mutual interest, commitment, and prosperity. When we join 14 Eagles, we enter into the first step of that process. We're invited to freely send a $2 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $6. We now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $2, totaling $28. Of that $28, we keep $7 as our harvest and hold on to $21 for step 2. In step 2, you're invited to freely send a $7 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $21. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $7 totaling $98. You keep $8 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest of $7 and hold on to $90 for step 3. Step 3, you're invited to send a $30 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $90. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $30 totaling $420. You keep $120 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest total and hold on to $300 for step 4. Now for step 4, you're invited to freely send a $100 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $300. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $100 totaling $1,400, of which you keep $800 as your harvest. You can see how your harvest is growing. You hold on to $600 for step 5, where you're invited again to freely send a $200 gift to each of 3 people whose names presented to you for a total of $600. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $200 totaling $2,800, of which you keep $2,050 as your harvest and hold on to $750 for step 6. Step 6, the final step, you're invited to freely send a $250 gift to each of the 3 people whose names that are presented to you for a total of $750. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $250 totaling $3,500. You hold $750 for repeating step 6 and keep $2,750 as your harvest for a total harvest of $5,735 from a one-time initial gift of just $6. You can also send and receive additional gifts by re-entering and cycling through each step. For example, by re-entering step 1, where you send a $2 gift to 3 people, by cycling through that step, you have the potential to receive $22 in gifts over and over. Likewise, by recycling step 2, you have the potential to receive $77 in gifts over and over again. That principle applies to each step. By cycling through each step, you can receive $6,380 in gifts over and over, in addition to the $5,735 in gifts you receive through your initial progression through your 6 steps. One of the first questions we receive is, how do I position myself to send and receive these gifts? Well, I encourage you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles, and he or she, if they haven't already, will provide you with their website address, 14eagles.com/ and their username. In it, you will find an outline that will walk you through the process to becoming a 14 Eagles member. It's a very simple process that begins with registering for a Cash App account. Cash App is our payment processor, which allows us to seamlessly and in real time send and receive gifts. Once you have established and funded your Cash App account, you can join 14 Eagles by completing a very short template. Then send your gift to 3 people whose names are presented to you in your website, and introduce 14 Eagles to 2 people who do exactly what you just did. Register for a Cash App account, join 14 Eagles, give 3 people $2 each, and introduce the program to 2 like-minded people who do the same thing you just did. That's how you build your 14 Eagles nest. These are the people who follow you from step 1 through step 6. It all began with a very simple 4-step process. As I mentioned earlier, 14 Eagles is not a business. We're not selling anything. We're not asking anybody to change their behavior. We are merely presenting a program to our friends and family members that allows us to freely send a $2 gift to 3 people with the potential to be blessed to the tune of thousands of dollars each month. Thank you for your time, and again, I urge you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles. God bless. All right, so there you have it. That's the 14 Eagles presentation for the platform for 14 Eagles. It's very straightforward, but you don't have to try to explain this to people. All right? What you want to do is you want to come to the 14 Eagles community website, located at www.14eaglesden.com, and you want to click on, in the menu, the 14 Eagles video. Right there is where you can go and get this video presentation. And you can watch it as many times as you need to really understand how the platform works. And once you do that, right below the video itself is all the instructions on how to get started in the platform. Everything is right there for you. So if you follow these steps verbatim, you shouldn't have too much of a problem at all. Get with the person that invited you, and they can help walk you through this process. Very, very simple stuff. So I really encourage you to do that. See, a lot of times people get hung up, as always, on the money, right? And they look at $2 as if $2, they can't really make any money off of $2. And that's because they're always thinking about the money and not thinking about the community. And so that's why we always harp on community, community, community. Because if you build a community, guess what? This automatically happens. Okay? It's just the power of numbers is what never fails. It never fails. Okay? But getting yourself in the right frame of mind in order to do that, that's a whole nother ball game. And so that's why we, steadily preach to you about community, because community is the key. And so with that being said, with the $2 gifts in hand and giving these gifts and receiving these gifts, a lot of people think that they can't really make money with that, with a $2 gift. Well, if you really understand the power of numbers, then it can definitely put you in a different frame of mind. Watch this.
Reach their fortunes. In order to do this, I want you to pretend that I can grant you one wish from 2 choices. Choice 1 is this: I will give you $1 million. Or choice 2 is that you get 1 cent that doubles every day for 31 days. On top of that, you have to drive 1 hour north to meet a friend of mine named Vendela. She will double your cent and give you 2 cents, and then you have to drive all the way back home. Then on day 2, you take your 2 cents back to Vendela, and she doubles your 2 cents and gives you 4 cents, and then you drive back. Well, you do this every day for 31 days. Which would you choose? $1 million or 1 cent doubled every day? Well, as a factory worker, it wasn't even a contest. $1 million for me, please. Who wants to run around for pennies? Here is where we find out that ignorance is not bliss. If you have a calculator, you can follow along and check it out for yourself. In day 1, you have 1 cent. Day 2, you double it and you have 2 cents. Day 3, you double it, you get 4 cents. And by the 10th day, you'll have $5.12. How embarrassing if you took the penny a day. Let's look at the 11th day. $5.12 doubles and becomes $10.24, then it doubles and becomes $20.48, and then it doubles and becomes $40. And in the 20th day, that doubles and becomes $5,242.88. Well, it's still not looking too good if you chose the penny. But what happens in the 21st day? 5,000 doubles and becomes 10,000, 10 doubles and becomes 20, and on the 28th day, $671,000 doubles and becomes $1.3 million. But wait a minute, we didn't agree to 28 days. We agreed to 31 days. And so on the 29th day, 1.3 doubles becomes 2.6 million. And 30th day, 2.6 million becomes 5.3 million. And in the final day of our agreement, day 31, $5,368,709.12 doubles, which is $10,737,418.20. Now who's laughing all the way to the bank? This is what the smartest man in the world, Albert Einstein, said when he was asked what he thought was one of the most powerful things on earth. He said that the 8th wonder of the world was compound interest. And so here's how we can make compound interest work for you.
So there you have it. You know, if you really took an opportunity to get the proper information, put yourself in the right frame of mind, now you can make a proper decision, okay? See, information is only power if you use it, see? And that's the key. So getting ourselves in the right frame of mind, building up a community of people, and guess what? We can compound our way into wealth untold, okay? Community, building a community will always be paramount. It will always be paramount to becoming successful. If you take $1 and you circulate that dollar within a community, and everyone in that community touches that dollar 7 times, everyone in that community becomes inherently wealthy. That's a mathematical fact. So understand, it's not about the money, because money is just a tool. Okay? It's just a tool that we use to get things done. Okay? To pay our bills, to keep food on the table. Those are just tools that we use. All right? Money is not the cure-all. It's just a tool that we use. And if we can understand that and put that in its proper perspective, then guess what? Then we don't have to worry about money anymore. We have to worry about people. That's the thing that we need to be focused on, people. All right? And if we focus on the people, we focus on the community, then everything else follows. Okay? And we don't have anything, any problems, it takes away the money problem that most people will have. Okay? So, with that being said, just to close out on a light note, we stay in the right frame of mind and we can manifest anything we want. And if it's money that we want, guess what? It'll come to us automatically. Watch this.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe. Money keeps coming to me. coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me. Working and working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now. And I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. More than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. Feel like it's already here. More than enough to shout, more than enough to drop, more than enough to save. Plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me, working and working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Well, more than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. I feel like it's already here. More than enough to shout, more than enough to drop, more than enough to say, with plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, and I receive it. Come on, come on, come on. Feel like it's already here. Come on, come on, come on.
All right, so there you have it. Money is coming to me. And the only way we get that done is to build a community of like-minded individuals. So with that being said, what I want to do right now is bring up our fearless leader, Greg Phillips, because without him, 14 Eagles would not be here today. Greg, are you up?
Yeah, I'm up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, brother.
Great, Brian. Excellent call. I'm having so much fun with these new calls, especially with this little mantra here about money, you know, and that's what people need to understand, man. You know, we have to change our mindset. We can create anything we want in our minds, and if we can create what we're trying to do with the 14 Eagles platform, we can help save the world. People need each other more than ever before, and that's what we really need to understand. This is about helping each other. It's not about being an individual no more. It's about working as a family and as a team. So, again, we do this call every Thursday night at 8:30. Please invite your friends and family. Let them come see it for themselves. Don't try to convince them that this is for them or not. Let them make their own decision. Let them see it for themselves. We're looking for the right people. We're not looking for everybody. All right, Brian, back to you.
Fantastic, fantastic. And as Greg says, we're here every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, just to get on the webinar, you can just come to the community website, go to the menu and click on the Contact Us tab, and the link is right here to come on to the webinar. All right, so you don't have to try to find out how to get on the webinar. It just comes to the community website. Everything is there on that site. If you can't get onto the computer, then just dial in. We have the dial-in number, and you can just listen in over the phone. But we want to make sure that you get the information about what we're doing here at 14 Eagles, and the type of change that we're going to make here as we go forward into the future. Also, if you have any questions, you can always email us at controltower@14eaglesden.com. Let us know what any questions that you may have, any concerns, any problems that you're having with the platform. You can also give us a call at our member service number, which is 301-684-1216. That's 301-684-1216. And let us know what your problem may be, or what question that you may have, whatever concerns that you may have. We're going to make sure that we can help you in any way that we possibly can. This is a community of people helping each other. And it's not just about monetary help, okay? This is spiritual help. This is just someone to listen to. It's everything. Community is everything. And this is what we're trying to garner and foster here. And so we want to help everyone to build their own communities and build them up, because if you build your community, that builds the ultimate 14 Eagles community as well. All right? And we're not just here in the United States. We're all over the world. And that's one of the reasons why we're entering into the cryptocurrency arena as well, because now we'll be able to enter all over the world using the cryptocurrency aspect of it. And so we're going to be giving gifts through cryptocurrency as well, and that will be in the back office. So we're moving into the future. We're evolving here, and we want to evolve. We want you to evolve with us as we go along into the future, right? Because you haven't seen anything yet, okay? This is just the beginning. Even though 14 Eagles has stood the test of time, this is just the beginning. And as we move forward into the future, you'll be amazed at what's going to be coming with 14 Eagles, all right? And I'm telling you this right now, 14 Eagles is going to go into a realm where literally money will not be an issue for anybody. So just hang in there with us, okay? Hang in there with us. Go through the growth that we're going through right now, because sooner or later we're going to hit a point to where we're going to a momentum phase, and everybody is going to prosper and benefit from it. I guarantee that, okay? So with that being said, I'd like to thank everyone that came tonight. These calls are recorded, so make sure that you're on our email list, our newsletter, to get our email updates, so you can get the recording of this. So anyone that could not make it, you can send them the recording of this presentation tonight. Get it out to them and let them see what we're doing here at 14 Eagles. All right, so they won't have any question about what's going on here at 14 Eagles. And then have them to come check us out live. If they have any questions, they can do that as well. Okay, so but we really appreciate you guys coming. You could be anywhere else tonight, but you chose to come here, and we really, really appreciate that. So with that, I'm going to do